for now, let's go ahead and get started. My name is David Murphy, Marketing Programs Manager with BayWa RE, and today's webinar, this is going to be good. We're very proud to partner with LONGi Solar and excited to bring you this webinar to you all. You may have seen the recent news that LONGi Solar recently became one of the world's largest module manufacturers with their latest expansion. For new, but also maybe some established solar installers, LONGi Solar might be a new name. So in today's webinar, you're going to learn a little bit about the LONGi history, LONGi Solar's financial health, and how that equates to a strong selling point and also a strong warranty for your customers. We'll talk about some of the technology and R&D LONGi is using, including product offerings and their technology roadmap. And lastly, the value of their record-setting high-efficiency Mono PERC modules, including the half-cut Mono PERC modules. Presenting for us today, we have Hongbin Feng, Director of Technical Service at LONGi Solar, a leading dedicated monocrystalline solar cell and module manufacturer. At LONGi Solar, his team is in charge of technical support and for all the product offerings. Before joining LONGi back in 2016, Hongbin was working at SunEdison for 5 years, where he led the effort on solar wafer, cell and module integration, new technology, and new supplier introduction into HVM manufacturing. Before we dive into the content, as always, a couple quick housekeeping items. We've scheduled 60 minutes for this webinar, and this is also going to include time for Q&A. As with our other webinars, always absolutely encourage questions. Please enter questions as you have them in the questions window. We're going to save those for the end of the material and go through all the questions at once. You'll also see a chat feature. We're going to try and stay away from that and focus on the questions window. So if you have questions, again, use that Q&A window. The webinar is being recorded, and you'll receive a link to the recording once we've wrapped up. That said, the Q&A portion is always has a lot of really good, valuable information, so you want to stick around for that. Okay, and with that, Hongbin, I'll turn things over to you.
Thank you, David. Welcome, everyone. This is Hongbin Feng. I'm a Director of Technical Service from LONGi Solar. Really appreciate the opportunity to introduce LONGi Solar and our advanced Mono PERC products to BayWa team and also to our common customers. So my presentation will be composed of mainly 4 parts. First, I will give an introduction, to LONGi Solar, our history, our value propositions, our strong financial performance and technology, leadership, as well as green manufacturing, mindset. And then I will dive into, LONGi Solar product offerings and technology roadmap. Also explain the value of high efficiency Mono PERC modules. What's the advantage of Mono PERC module, and how you can benefit from using it. The last part will focus on the latest product, our half-cut Mono PERC modules. Okay, LONGi Solar was founded back in 2000, and as a mono ingot and wafer manufacturer. In 2012, we went public in Shanghai Stock Exchange, and for the first 14 years until the end of 2014, we are focusing on mono ingot and wafer manufacturing, how to optimize the process, improve the productivity, and reduce the cost for making a mono wafer. Around 2013, we became the largest mono wafer manufacturer, globally for the solar industry. And at that time, I think our management realized, we are kind of far away from our customers. The value of high efficiency mono modules have not well received by our customers, has not been realized. So our management decided to expand into solar cell and module business and to get closer to our customers to do a good demonstration on the value proposition of a high efficiency Mono PERC product. So at the end of 2014, LONGi acquired Larry, a small module manufacturer in China. And then we expand from there, from about 200 megawatt capacity up to right now. By the end of last year, our mono ingot wafer capacity reached 28 gigawatt and the module almost 9 gigawatt. We also announced, I think we'll continue the aggressive expansion from there. By 2020, our mono ingot wafer capacity will reach 50 gigawatt and the module capacity reach 25 gigawatt. And currently, we are the number 4 in terms of a module shipment among globally. Right, on the left-hand side, you see that for the first 4 years, we are in module business. Our shipment, our delivery, module delivery, increase aggressively, every year. The first year in business, 2015, we shipped about 1 gigawatt of mono modules. 2016, more than double that to 2.3 gigawatt, and 2017 double again to about 4.7 gigawatt. Last year, we shipped more than 7 gigawatt of mono modules globally. And by PV tax tally, I think we are number 4 in terms of module shipment capacity. As I mentioned, I think early this year, we announced the capacity expansion plan. And because we think more and more customers have realized and will continue, realize the benefit of high efficiency mono PERC modules. So we will expand our mono wafer capacity from current about 30 gigawatt level to 36 gigawatt by the end of this year, to 50 gigawatt by the end of next year, and then 65 by 2021. In parallel, our module capacity will expand to about 16 gigawatt by the end of this year, 25 by next year, and 30 gigawatt by 2021. So we just want more and more customers and benefit from this high efficiency Mono PERC technology, Mono PERC product. LONGi always consider ourselves as a technology company. Our mother company name is LONGi Green Energy Technology Company. There are 3 business units in the company. LONGi Silicon, this is the business unit focusing on mono ingot and mono wafer manufacturing. These are our core expertise and accumulated through the 19 years of history. Where we are is LONGi Solar. This is where we are focusing on mono cell and mono module manufacturing. We also have a development arm, focusing on Chinese market, the mono power plant development. LONGi Solar is headquartered in Xi'an, in China. Most of our manufacturing sites are located in China, and we also establish manufacturing, especially for US, in Malaysia. So currently, I think we have mono module capacity about 900 megawatt there, cell capacity more than 1.3, and on its way to expand further. And we also have established branch office in US, located in California, in Europe, in Frankfurt, in Japan, and also Australia and Mexico. We always consider ourselves as a technology company. So LONGi differentiates from its competitors is that we consistently invest 5 to 7% of our revenue into R&D. And last year, we invested more than $186 million in R&D. It's currently, for the last 2 years, are the largest R&D spender among all pure PV manufacturers. And for comparison, our most of other module manufacturers normally invest about 1 to 2%, 1.5% of their revenue into R&D. We really think, this investment, consistent investment in the R&D technology development is important to make our company sustainable in the long run and to develop a product with a leading performance but at a lower cost. In a couple of slides, I'm going to show you that actually really enable us to deliver a strong financial performance with this consistent R&D, investment. In this product and technology development, we always partner with advanced, research institute, leading universities, and the material and equipment suppliers. So this partnership are established to address specific issues in the manufacturing and help us to deliver a better product and better productivity and at a lower cost. With consistent investment in the R&D, we're able to, even we are only in cell and module business for 4.5 years, but our cell efficiency and module power output are leading the industry. And our R&D line, we have at the beginning of this year, we demonstrated Mono PERC cell efficiency at over 24%. And if you are familiar with the cell efficiency, spectrum, you realize that this is a P-type Mono PERC. The efficiency gap between P-type Mono PERC we demonstrated and the most advanced N-type cell, that gap becomes smaller and smaller. The best N-type cell demonstrated efficiency probably around 25.5. Used to be a big gap between the P-type and the mono and the N-type. Now that gap becomes smaller and smaller. So this is really realized through the consistent investment in the R&D. And on the module space, we're able to demonstrate, with the half-cut technology, demonstrate module efficiency at over 20%, which was only possible previously by advanced N-type cells, N-type technology like heterojunction or IBC. Nowadays, you can realize with the Mono PERC technology. And we also have demonstrated over 72 cell type, 450 watt power output. That just announced about 2 months ago. All these are realized through, consistent investment in R&D. And we also have demonstrated very strong financial performance. Our revenue, average, growth rate for the last 5 years is more than 50%. Our net profit on average grow more than 70% in the last few years. And while we expand aggressively, we also are conscious about our balance sheet. So we always maintain a decent debt ratio between 50 and 60% consistent, which is not very common actually among all the PV manufacturers. As of, I think, at the end of last month, around this time, our market cap currently standing about $12.5 billion and is the largest in terms of market cap among all pure PV manufacturers. All this strong financial performance was really enabled by consistent investment in the R&D, help us to deliver the product with a better performance at a lower cost that can sustain, pretty healthy profit margins. Our financial health has been well recognized in the industry, right? The Photon Consulting used to publish this quarterly PV manufacturer triathlon report, and to analyze each individual PV manufacturer's financial performance. We have been ranked #1 in terms of financial health for the last few years. Bloomberg New Energy Finance also has consistently ranked us among top for the financial health among all PV manufacturers. They also published this report last year that we are ranked #3, the most bankable PV module brand, last year by Bloomberg New Energy Finance. So we also think this financial health is the best warranty from all PV manufacturers, and maintain a strong balance sheet. We stay here for the long run. This is very important to our customers. And if the company does not exist, the warranty does not really mean much. So our management are very conscious about maintaining a good financial health of our company, and we invest wisely and consciously, and at the same time take advantage of our core expertise and realize the benefit for the company. So we think, we are here for the long run. We want to make sure our company stays longer than our warranty. So the financial health, we'll consider financial health is the best warranty we can offer to our customers. How we work here together, with our customers. On the left-hand side, these are our module customers. And at the beginning, we are focusing on the Chinese market. All the major Chinese IPPs, developers are our customers. In the last couple of years, we have expanded aggressively overseas. We have established a pretty strong customer base among all major markets globally. We are kind of new in the module business, but we are not new actually to the PV industry. On the right-hand side are our mono wafer customers. You probably have recognized almost all the major tier one mono cell and module business manufacturers are actually our wafer customers. So even in the old days, you have not used our modules, but you probably have used some of the modules that are made with our mono wafer. So we have a long history of supplying high quality mono wafer to the industry, to our customers. Our management always, feel we have this social responsibility. We are in the green energy business. We are making green product. At the same time, we also want to make our manufacturing green. So what we have done is that in the last few years, all our new mono ingot wafer capacities are located in many of the new additional capacity are located in China's Yunnan province, which is almost 100% powered by hydroelectricity. And in Malaysia, that's also powered by hydro. So we want to use, take advantage of low cost green energy to power our manufacturing site, and then making green product, mono ingot, wafer, cell, and module, and deploy them globally to benefit, the whole society. We also have realized that, PV has, in many places, has reached grid parity, but it has a disadvantage of being discontinuous. So we have realized also that the cost of storage has come down aggressively in the last few years. We think that trajectory will continue. And at some point, the combination of PV and then storage will be able to become the default energy source for the society globally. And at that time, we think we can use, the power from the solar to power our manufacturing site, to our factory, and then we make the solar product in those factories and deploy it globally. So we have this vision of using solar for solar manufacturing. So this is solar for solar idea. So I think that's a brief introduction to our company history, our company value propositions, and we hope to convince you that we always think this is a strong financial performance. It's a best warranty to our customers. We consistently invest in R&D to enable that. We are here, to stay for the long run, make sure, our company stays longer than our warranty. And then more and more customers can realize the benefit. So next part, I can briefly talk about our product offerings and technology roadmap. Right now, we are focusing on, mono. We only offer mono modules, modules made with a mono cell. And so right now, all our capacity has been upgraded to PERC compatible. So we only, our main product are Mono PERC, HIMO 1, and then bifacial PERC that was introduced about 2 years ago. And that has gained strong traction among utility customers and then some of the CNI customers. And last year, we introduced this half-cut mono and the bifacial product. We call it HIMO 3 and HIMO 3N. And this year, we expand that into larger wafers, try to deliver higher power from this half-cut technology. And this is the HIMO 4 and HIMO 4M. M is for mono facial. For the HIMO 4, on the cell side, this is upgraded PERC technology with a 6 busbar as the main rib, and the efficiency up to 22.5% and better light receptions on both front side and back side. And because with the larger wafer format, we're able to deliver from power up to 430 watt range, and for 72 cell module, and then 355, 360 watt for the 60 cell module. In terms of cell efficiency, currently our cell efficiency is about, for the Mono PERC, about 22.3, 22.5 range by the end of the year, and going to increase that to 22.7% and increase further to more than 23% by 2021. So you have a gradual, improvement on the cell efficiency, which enables higher and higher power output from the module. Besides the cell efficiency improvement, you're able to, incorporate a few other module level technologies to further boost the module power output. So currently, 60 cell half-cut modules at the M2, using M2 wafer size, that can deliver on the monofacial will be, the topping will be 320 watts, and bifacial more like a 315, and you're gonna about 5 watt increase every year for the next couple of years. That's mostly coming from the cell efficiency improvement. And this year, as we introduce the large wafer format, M6 wafer format, that's going to help to increase the power output by another 20 to 30 watt. And so we're able to, with the M6 wafer 60 cell format, be able to, for the Mono PERC, reach 365 watt and this year and 360 watt next year. And for the US market, I think we will be able to deliver this large M6 wafer size late next year, and because of we need to have retooling on some of the production steps to enable this larger wafer size. For the 72 cell module, currently monofacial about 380 watt, 385. And with the M6 wafer, you're able to increase that to 425 watt and reach 430 watt next year. With these modules with the large wafer, these are a brief summary on their dimensions, their weight. You can see that in general, this M6 wafer is about 12% higher power output compared to the current M2 regular size module. And so module efficiency stays the same with a similar, with a correlated module size increase. And we hope that additional 20 to 30 watt 60 cell format can help our customers lower their BOS cost and further realize the benefit of high efficiency Mono PERC module. So for the US market, we are looking at probably starting Q3, you can deliver modules with this M6 format module. The benefit, we are very keen on not only have a module perform with a higher power output, but also with a good quality and reliability. This is a summary of DMEGL published reliability scorecard annually. We have every year we send a few module bound for participating in this PQP program, and we have our modules are consistently among the top performers for all extended reliability testing. For these list a few of them, right? DH2000, these are extended reliability, normally about 2x or 3x of regional IEC requirement for certification. And if you look at the yellow line, that marks about 2% degradation among these extended reliability tests. And what DMEGL rank, if it's less than 2% degradation, they consider this a top performer. These are very stringent requirements and a good demonstration and how reliable this is a good reliability from these modules. Our modules tested has been always ranked in among the top performers for all the testing, right? Either the DH2000, TC600, dynamic mechanical loading, followed by TC and HF, and also the PID 192 hour test. The other benefit with the Mono PERC modules is higher, better energy yield. This is the energy, electricity generated by the Mono PERC modules and normalized by the nameplate power. So compared to multi-module, Mono PERC modules in general normally demonstrate 1 to 4% higher energy yield. This is the kilowatt hours generated per kilowatt, and compared to the multi-module. We participate in this TUV Rhineland's annual all-bass contest, and this contest is conducted by selecting modules from real production shipment, and put into TUV lab. They're going to do characterization tests and then generate a PAM file. Use the PAM file to simulate at 5 different locations globally. And for the last couple of years, we have been ranked #1 in terms of energy yield simulation among all the modules. And on the right-hand panel, you can see the best multi-module compare our Mono PERC module compared to best multi-module in the contest. We have demonstrated about 1 to 2% better energy yield. And this page is a small test site established by a Chinese research institute comparing our Mono PERC module with a similar size multi-module. And this site is located in southern China, very hot, humid in the summer. And so 1 year of production and yield monitoring has shown that our Mono PERC modules is about 4% higher energy yield compared to the multi-module at the same site. These, upon some detailed analysis, and we find out most of the contributions are coming from lower operating temperature from the Mono PERC modules and better performance of low irradiance and better temperature coefficient. And you can see some detailed analysis here on the top right panel that shows that's a 1-day temperature monitoring comparing our Mono PERC module with a multi-module. You can see when ambient temperature is about 28 degrees C and midday, that Mono PERC module temperature is about 3 degrees lower compared to the multi-module. Everyone knows the lower the temperature, actually the higher the efficiency of our module. And Mono PERC module also demonstrated in general lower temperature coefficient and 0.37 versus 0.42 for the multi. On the left-hand side panel shows that Mono PERC modules also demonstrated better low light performance. When the irradiance level reduced from 1 full sun at 1,000 watt per meter square to lower and lower at the 400, 500, and 200. As the irradiance level goes lower, the relative energy yield from the Mono PERC modules is higher. When the irradiance is below 500, half sun, that Mono PERC usually demonstrate 5 to 6% better, higher energy yield compared to the multi-module. This all came from the intrinsic, electrical characteristic of Mono PERC module. And we have another test site, 125 kilowatt system in China. This system about 1 year comparison to a multi-module project at the same site that demonstrates more than 4% higher energy yield using Mono PERC module. We hope have shown you that with the Mono PERC module, because of the high efficiency, can help reduce actually the module cost. If you look at the module cost itself, a lot of a component like a glass, and then aluminum frame, those are mostly at the bare material cost. With the higher output from Mono PERC with the same, either the 60 cell or 72 cell format, high efficiency, you will have higher power from each panel, so effectively reduce the cost for making the panel. Because like a glass and then aluminum frame, those are the fixed costs, whether it's a 330 watt module or 360 watt module. So with the higher power output, the per watt cost actually is lower with the high efficiency Mono PERC. And with high efficiency, you also can realize, better BOS savings, balance of system. As for rooftop applications, you have a fixed amount of area that can deploy mono modules. Say, for example, you have a 20 module system with a Mono PERC about 10% higher power, and effectively the power output from the same system will be 10% higher, and with a similar BOS cost, per watt cost is lower with the Mono PERC. And I have also shown you that in the last few slides that Mono PERC has demonstrated higher energy yield. And with the higher energy yield and then cost savings on the BOS, you realize, I think lower LCOE can be realized. Basically, the electricity generated, you have more electricity generated, but the lower cost. So the per kilowatt hour electricity cost will be lower with the high efficiency Mono PERC module. Okay, the last part of the presentation will focus on the half-cut module technology. Right, in the last year we introduced this half-cut module. And basically, what comparing to the full-size module, basically in the module before the cells are laminated, tap string into the module, the cell are cut into half. This effectively reduces the working current for the module, effectively reduce the module resistive loss. And by applying this half-cut technology, generally you have 5 to 10 watt higher, either for 60 cell or 72 cell module. And also with half-cut module design, higher energy yield is possible, right? And this is demonstrated in some places. If there is a shading, it can, because of the electrical new electrical design, by splitting the module into top half and the bottom half, they run in parallel. You can, even if the bottom half is shaded, you can maintain at least 50% of the original energy yield. And so this is the chart here shows that if you have depends on what's the amount of cell or modules shaded, the output from the module is reduced. If for the full cell module, if the bottom row is shaded, the whole module won't generate any power. But with a half cell module, even you shaded the whole bottom half, you will still have the top half generate electricity. So this is the one of the advantages with the half-cut module design. And the other one is higher energy or lower operating temperatures, because effectively you have the working current in the module is effectively half of the full size module, and so the module temperature, operating temperature, is normally slightly lower. And the other advantage is, with the lower temperatures, you have a better efficiency. And also the lower operating temperature also slows down the material degradations, reduce the failure risk. The other advantage with half-cut Mono PERC modules is lower hotspot temperatures. When there's a shading, there's a hotspot happening, on the module, and the half-cut, the HIMO 3 is the half-cut Mono PERC module. In general, that compared to the full-size module, the half-cut module is higher power and the lower about 10 to 20 degrees lower when hotspot happens. So this is truly with better lower operating temperatures and better shading performance, lower hotspot temperature, low hotspot risk. You'll see that we can half-cut Mono PERC modules in many places can demonstrate better energy yield compared to multi-module, and also the full-size module. And specifically for resi customers, we are offering black on black, basically black backsheet and black frame modules. In the full-size module, we have this LR660PB, and very recently with the half-cut modules, we also introduced this Real Black series, which is not only use black backsheet, black frame, and also the module level bus bar, the ribbon, the bus bar ribbon is also black. So we call this a Real Black series, and we hope more customers will like this. This provides a better statistic and will look better, in most of the rooftops. We hope that can be better accepted by our customers. And with that, I think that's good. Okay. The last slide is power warranties. We have engineered, very conscious about the light degradation and with the Mono PERC technology. So through our development, we have been implement various of approaches through the ingot wafer cell and the module manufacturing process to control the light-induced degradation, so that we can warranty our Mono PERC modules the first-year degradation at less than 2% and 0.55% annual degradation through the end of 25 years. You can see that even at the end of 25 years, our power degradation still the power rating of the module still about 84, almost 85% of the original power. And this is the power degradation warranty we can offer to all our customers, to all our Mono PERC modules. With that, I think that concludes my presentation. And for the US, LONGi Solar team on the sales side, I think Brandon is leading the effort, and based in US. We also have a support team in China. And from the technical service side, I'm leading the team and with the contact information attached. And George is mostly focused on the pre-sales support. He's based in China. And Ben is based in US and focusing on customer claims. And our website is also listed at the end of is also listed here. And yeah, I'm more than happy to address any questions you may have.
Great, thank you, Hongbin. A lot of really good A lot of good information with good, exciting stuff coming up. We do have a few questions that have already come in through the Q&A window. As a reminder, if you have questions or as we're talking through these existing ones, by all means, go ahead and ask them through that Q&A window. Brandon is on the call. He's replied back to a number of these questions already, but for the benefit of the group, I'd like to put them out to all. So the first question that came in, will 400 plus watt 72 cell modules become available in the US market in 2019? So Hongbin, I don't know if you want to tackle that, or Brandon, since you answered originally, if you want to reply.
Go ahead, Brandon. Are you on mute? Yeah. Maybe I can step in. You know, for 400 plus modules, the larger wafer size M6, as I explained, I think these will, we're going to roll out, they're going to be made in China starting late this year, but for US market, because we need to upgrade the production line in Malaysia, the product will not be available until probably Q3 of next year.
Q3 of 2020, okay.
That's right.
And the next question, does LONGi see stronger demand for bifacial products? And then continues on, are the bifacial modules offered by LONGi finding certain applications having more demand than others? Example, ground mounts, ballast mounts, BIPV.
Since we introduced bifacial about 2 years ago, I think we have seen very strong traction, stronger and stronger as we move forward. And we already deployed more than 1 gigawatt, and by the end of this year, probably going to reach close to 2 gigawatt of deployment of bifacial modules globally. And US actually is strong, is a pretty significant portion of that 2 gigawatt deployment. And so, but most of the deployment are happening on ground mount project. And this where you have a better clearance of the module from the ground, and in some areas, you know, better effective albedos. And then we also have seen some a demand from CNI applications where, you know, either the carport or the rooftop can be engineered with either the wide, you know, more refractive surface. And so this we think this can be applied to both, you know, utility and some of the CNI applications. Residential rooftop is somewhere probably you may have very limited return from bifacial deployment, because, you know, the modules normally mounted flush to the very close to the roof, and there's not much activity from, you know, into the backside of the module.
Okay, great. Then moving on, next question, bifacial modules were just granted an exclusion from the Section 201 tariff. Due to this, is it possible that bifacials could become cheaper than the standard 60 and 72 cell modules?
In that aspect, yes. You have a basically eliminate the tariff. But currently, if apple to apple, you know, bifacial modules normally claims some premium. But, you know, with the elimination of the 201 tariff, when you see that, at least, you know, you will see probably bifacial modules will provides better benefit to our customers. And that better economics. Sorry about it. Yeah.
Yep, that's actually a great segue into the next question, what is the advantage, the performance advantage? I'm sorry, what is the average performance advantage for bifacial? And are there documents available to talk to that?
The advantage of, you know, bifacial, basically the bifacial backside gain, is really not only dependent on the module performance itself. This also involves system design integration. optimization. And there are a few main factors that are affecting bifacial gain. And the first one is the albedo, the reflectivity of the background. The second one is the height, the clearance of the module from the ground. Right? Normally, the higher the height and better the more light can reach the back of the module and better uniformity. And the other, a couple other factors like row spacing, right? Ground coverage ratio will also impact on how much light reach back of the module, as well as DCAC ratios. And with that's going to limit how much clipping going to happen. And so these that really advantage benefit of a bifacial module depends on overall system design, the project size, and in just to give you a ballpark, I think on most of the utility projects, you probably can have somewhere between 5 to 10% backside gain, and in some better locations that could reach lower teens, the bifacial gain. And also you can engineer the surface. People have reported on say engineered reflective that the whitish rooftop you can have up to 10 to even 20% backside gain.
Okay, so I hope that that answers the one part. Also, is talking about documentation. About that, we can certainly talk afterwards about specific, whether it's a data sheet if it has it. I know the LONGi website has a lot of really good information on it, but we can talk afterwards about specific documents that you're looking for.
Yes, so maybe I can just comment a little bit. Internal documentation, our bifacial modules, we have on the data sheet, we specify what's the bifaciality. It's the module characteristic. Basically, it's under STC conditions, what's the backside power rating if you rate the module under STC conditions on the backside, the power rating versus the front side rating. That ratio, I think, is 75% for our bifacial modules. And then the other aspect, probably people are looking at whether this, we have also worked with a third-party labs, IEs, and like a tracker companies, and also some of our customers to collect field performance data to substantiate the backside gain, right? And so these actually we do have some data to be able to share if you're interested.
Okay, and then if Brandon, if you're with us, this may be a question for you, maybe even your BayWa RE sales manager. But the question is, can you give percentage pricing difference between comparable Mono PERC and bifacial panels for 72 cell panels? Also, total output from equivalent watt products, mono versus bifacial. So Hongbin, I don't know if you have any insight into that, or if we should direct Peter. And Peter, I can certainly get you in contact with your BayWa RE salesperson.
I guess it's more sales, Brendan has a better insight on.
Okay, good. So Peter, we'll follow up with you after today's call. Okay, next question just came in. Since you make wafers for others, is your module degradation warranty better due to the way you assemble your modules?
Degradation on other people's module or on our module?
Yeah, Don, chime back in if we missed your question. Is your module degradation warranty better due to the way you assemble your modules?
These all, I think, there are two aspects in this degradation, right? One is wafer plays a role in terms of we look at if it's light induced. In the overall degradation, there's a big part that is coming from the light induced degradation, right? Mostly contributing to the most part of the first year degradation. And we have optimized our ingot and wafer process as well as our cell process, right? To realize low LID. And we supply the same wafer to our customers, but they need to optimize their cell process to really realize low LID, right? So that's a part we do not have control on. And so for our modules, yeah, I think we are compared to our
competitions offers better first-year degradation. And normally, I think for the mono modules, 3%, and we offer 2% first-year degradation, right? In the market, most of the annual degradation is 0.7%. We offer at 0.55. I hope that answers your question, but let me know if you have follow-up question.
Yep, Don, by all means, let us, like Hongbin said, let us know if it didn't. And with that answer, it sounds like you may have touched on the answer to this next question. You've covered a lot of really good technical information, Hongbin. For our installers, having the dining room table conversation with the homeowners. How, and they're talking about what inverter they're going to use, and here's the modules that we're going to use. How does LONGi Solar differentiate itself from other module suppliers?
From the module perspective, I guess we are trying to, make sure our module power being are leading, the competition, right? And probably have realized the higher the power being, maybe we can go through some analysis, offline, that with the higher same number of modules I mentioned during the discussions, that you have about 10% compared to multi-modules. You have a high 10% higher power output. Effectively, you have the same racking and design, same electric cables. You can have higher power output, so per watt cost could be lower, right? It is lower with the Mono PERC technology. The higher the power being, actually, the lower the BOS. And that's one benefit, right? The other benefit is higher energy yield with the Mono PERC, and because it's intrinsic electrical characteristics that enable the Mono PERC to deliver higher power energy yield. This is the electricity generated normalized, say for the same power, say 5 kilowatt system, and Mono PERC will generate slightly higher, somewhere between 1 to 4% higher electricity compared to the multi-modules. And in general, it's if the higher power output will reduce lower cost and then also higher energy yield. And also we are very keen to maintain a good quality and reliability of module. We hope that can also, provide some benefit, to our customers, and with the less, issues on modules and work, sustain the power, and also the power degradation warranty at a slower rate, which really effectively increase the relative electricity generated through the life of the module. Right? That's the other benefit to our customers as well.
Okay, good.
And also on top of that, you have a company with a strong financial performance, will be stable, sustainable, right? Give customers assurance that we are here for the long run. We're going to work them together through life of the product.
Great. Okay, so some nice, concise information, some bullet points just to have ready while you're talking to your homeowner customers. You're talking about, we use LONGi Solar modules, and here's why. Boom, 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 boom. So really good information. Thank you. Okay, next question. What are the benefits of using Mono PERC modules for your customers?
I think that's probably what I have emphasized. The Mono PERC modules offer lower BOS savings, right? Offers better energy yield, and then we maintain good quality and reliability, and also company is strong, financially strong and sustainable.
Okay, so I'll tie it into your previous answer.
Yeah.
Okay, new question that came in for testing purposes only. Thanks for adding that. If you flip a bifacial panel for direct irradiance, how does the energy yield compare to standard?
So the depends on how you flip it over, and then you're going to the back side become the front side, and the front side become the back side, right? And the same kind of if you shaded the backside, right? If you flip over and then shade it now facing the, away from the light source, then you only have 70, the power rating, as I explained, is about 70% of the front side STC condition, right? Okay, for front side, put it this way, let's, for the bifacial module testing, in the normal testing for the monofacial modules, you just flash, you have a module sitting in front of the solar simulator and then flash test, and you don't need to do anything. For the bifacial modules, what we do actually, you put a black cloth on the back of the module when you do the normal STC, testing, and that's going to give you the pure front side power rating. And then you can flip the module and now shade the previously front side of the module, but just face the real side of the module to the light source, and then you get your real side power rating. So that rating in general is about between 75 and 80% of the front side, power rating. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, Robin, if not, let us know. But Hongbin,
yeah, I have my email there.
That's all the questions that we have, and great timing as we're coming up towards the top of the hour. If you do have questions, as often happens, as soon as you hang up the phone, you're like, oh, I should have asked. You have Brandon's email address on the screen for sales questions. Of course, you're more than welcome to contact your BayWa RE sales manager. Gladly help you out. Marketing related questions, you can contact us at ussy.marketing@baywa-re.com. Okay, Hongbin, any final word from your side?
Yeah, I think I was hoping, give you at least a brief introduction to our company and our value propositions, and also our value proposition for our product. I hope to convince you that it's our company, our product is a good choice for you and for your customers. And we are here to support you and to address any questions your customer may have, right? Let us know. I have my emails attached with our emails attached to this presentation, and let us know. And anytime we are here to support.
Wonderful. Okay, for LONGi Solar and BayWa RE, really appreciate you taking your time today to join us. And again, any questions, please let us know.
Hey, David, this is Brandon. I had a real quick question. Looks like a new question rolled in from Dominique. I'm assuming a copy of this PowerPoint can be distributed to all the attendants?
Yeah, webinar is being recorded, and we'll make sure that you have a copy of that recording once we're done. Absolutely.
Excellent.
All right, everyone, thank you again. Really appreciate your time. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, everyone.